We have an apartment complex in Columbus, Ohio, that's being overrun by people who don't live in these apartment complexes. Now, I want y'all to look at the residents, and then I want y'all to look at who is overtaking the complex. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit the notification bell so every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. Let's hit it.
New tonight, some neighbors are dealing with a crisis in their apartment community near Grandview Heights. They called 6 on Your Side for help because they say crime is taking over and hundreds of strangers are too. Aaron Simonek joining us live from Runaway Bay Apartments. Aaron, what you are about to show us is shocking, to say the least.
Oh, absolutely, Jessica. Just imagine hundreds of people taking over this apartment complex who don't live here and don't pay rent, partying at the pool, the beach, and even the parking lot. Neighbors who do pay rent say they're concerned for their safety after even hearing gunshots earlier this month.
Gunshots.
At first glance, the Runaway Bay Apartments seem like a dream, a picturesque landscape nestled on one of these Scioto quarries.
The gate is not locked. It is a free-for-all for whoever wants to come in and out of this place.
But some people who call it home say it's become a living nightmare.
I've had my kayak stolen, my paddleboard stolen.
See these? Just got these nice hippies ducked off somewhere secluded, away from everyone. Don't want to be bothered by anybody. Got them a nice little Camp Crystal Lake. Probably throw little Friday 13th parties every now and then. I mean, hey, just doing what they do. And then what happens?
Had my car broken into, but yet we can't talk to the trespassers.
Carrie Cassidy has been renting here for a long time and says crime is only the start of the problems. There's a dangerous and disturbing trend happening involving pop-up events where hundreds of strangers take over the property, including the...
Y'all see what I see? Not talking about the little frumpy girl and the heroin addict there, but
pool, the parking lot, and the quarry beachfront. All of this on private property where they don't live or pay rent. The front gate has been broken for months, with people pouring in day and night with no control.
I'm paying $1,400 in rent here. These people come in here and they act like they own the...
$1,400? Damn, is that all you paying? Damn, how much is the cost of living in Columbus, Ohio? Because $1,400. That's dang. That's pretty good. I mean, that's a good price. I mean, $1,400 down here. I mean, it's a small, but maybe them two live together. Maybe they're mother and daughter. But $1,400 don't seem bad. And hell,
place. We get harassed. We get threatened with guns, with knives. We've had a shooting here just a week ago at our pool.
This surveillance video shows those shots ringing out at the pool earlier this month.
I was worried about my mom because she was right there. She lives right across from the pool. I was scared to death.
It's her mom. She does look like her though, for real. That nose gives it away. Like, seriously.
For her, I was calling her, making sure she was okay.
Renters wanting to stay off camera say there needs to be more security, accountability, and oversight.
Been threatened to have my butt kicked by men, by women. Had women who have literally had their children running around this parking lot unattended.
And take a look at this scene in the parking lot on Tuesday night. Hundreds of random people partying in the parking lot. Why is this allowed? Neighbors say the police, AG's office, and code enforcement claim it's all on the property owners to make things right.
This is you have a legal right to a peaceful environment to live in, and it's the management's responsibility to provide that.
Interesting. I'm gonna finish this up in a second. Did you notice who they talked to and who they didn't talk to? But you don't notice who the cameras are on. Let me tell you what probably happened. You have one of our people see this community and say, "Hey, $1,200 for rent. I got one, maybe two kids, ducked off, secluded, get away from the hood because I don't want my children around that." And they go and get a nice little apartment, quiet apartment in a community that doesn't bother anybody and nobody bothers it. The problem is that YN that you took out of the hood, they still their mentality, they're not thinking on your level if you're thinking on that level. So, and most likely, if you have YNs, then most likely you are a parent who's probably still thinking on a 14, 15-year-old level. Your son or daughter wants to invite somebody over to the pool because the pool probably say, hey, you can have maybe one or two guests. But then the next thing you know, somebody comes up with the bright idea to have a party, and then it gets plastered all over social media. So now you got hundreds of kids coming in, ready to party, and it's a secluded, let's just be honest. No, I'm not gonna say that. In a secluded, tranquil area. What I said in a previous video. What does a virus do in the body? It attacks a spot and it devours, it destroys, it feeds off of it. And once it's done, it goes looking for other places that it can harm and damage. Not going to do no good. Same thing with this with this younger generation in this culture. They done enough in their neighborhoods. They destroyed it, continue to destroy it. Anytime there's a little bit of life there, they're going to try to devour it. But in the end, they get hungry. They want more. So now they look at other places to go and they want to move to a different neighborhood. And when they move there, think the coast is clear, come on through, ain't no police here, the gate is open, just walk right in. Who cares? They better not say nothing. Shoot, I pay rent here. My mama pay rent here too. Probably on Section 8. Let's just be honest. My mama pay rent here too. Oh, y'all come on in here. They better not tell us nothing because my mama's a resident and y'all are our guests, so it's okay. Then next thing you know, about 200-300 kids show up. And now all heck breaks loose. Why you got a shooting in an apartment complex by a pool in the middle of the night? But again, people are going to say, well, they need to have more security, need to have more police presence. No, need to have more parenting presence. More rules and regulations, but more parents taking accountability for their little bad children going everywhere and being destructive. And then here you come run to the police station saying, that ain't my child. My child ain't doing that. Well, my child will never do that.
And a handful of residents tonight frustrated over the management's lack of response. I went over to the property group's managers to ask for comment about what they plan to do in regards to this public safety concern. They turned me away with no comment tonight. Cassidy, one of many neighbors who are now looking for a new place to live. Live on your side, Aaron Simonek, Fox 28 News.
I would too. I would go look for another place because shoot, if you can't keep strangers, trespassers out, and then they're shooting, you got every right to move somewhere else. The landlord probably is not prepared for what's going on. Probably it probably was an easy complex to manage as long as you had a certain demographic of people living there. But then when you get those who like to cause issues, now you got a problem because it's like, now, it's easy for me to deal with older white women who ain't trying to cause no problems, no troubles. But then when you get these element of people who like to cause problems, you don't know what to do. What can you do? I like to sit in the back. I can sit and just chill. I ain't ready for this. I don't want to deal with this. Now I'm going to start losing tenants. What can I do? What can I do legally? I'm quite sure there are some kind of rules and laws and regulations that they have to follow. Business area, work in the corporate area, or when you at work, when you at a job, a lot of times, like managers, like if you have, say like you have staff or in my line of work, patients who don't want to follow by the rules, you just can't up and fire them except for certain egregious acts, or you can't kick them out the clinic unless it's for like certain, like they bring a gun or threaten to use a gun or something like that, then you can. But no, actually got to bring it on property. But unless it's something like that, there are steps that you have to follow, protocols you have to follow before you can do a final act. Because if not, you can mess around and get sued and all that kind of stuff. And that's what people be worried about. But hey, y'all, watch your kids. I mean, hey, be parents. I blame the parents. I think that's yes, I blame the parents. Simple as that. But anyway, tell me what you think about this story. Leave your comments below. Share it with the world. Let's have intelligent conversation. You know how we do around here. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Those 4 things cost you nothing but maybe a couple of minutes out your day, but it means the world to us here at this channel. And with that being said, I leave you in peace, and I'll see you on the other side.